Welcome back to Bow News Network. We're actually tracking a low-level system that's actually making its way across the Pacific Northwest, heading east into the areas of Wyoming, Nebraska, and Kansas. And if you do appreciate weather content, please go ahead and subscribe to Bow News Network, as we're going to be tracking this low pressure system as it makes its way across the northern section of the continental United States, eventually possibly bringing severe weather to the areas of Kansas and Missouri and Minnesota, possibly even Illinois, on late Tuesday and early Wednesday. As we look a little bit closer to the system, we're actually seeing quite a bit of the cold core actually making its way, a cold front making its way across, and we anticipate that it could bring up to 6 to 12 inches of snow to the northern section of the Great Basin, also known as the America's only cold desert. But it's going to be bringing quite a bit of snowfall, accumulated snowfall. We anticipate in the next few hours. It's already started in the areas of Wyoming, also going into South Dakota. Prior to the system actually making its way into the area of South Dakota and North Dakota, there had been record heat actually experienced in the areas of Nebraska and South Dakota for the last few days. Pretty much record heat across the Southwest. We have like cities such as Yuma, Arizona, basically almost scraping 99 degrees on Monday, the 5th of April. And if we look at Monday, the 5th of April for Phoenix, we actually see 95 degrees there. Las Vegas, it's 88 degrees in the early afternoon on April 5th. So it's quite a bit of warm air in this body. Temperatures will cool down just a slight bit in the southwest for midday Tuesday, but for Monday it was a scorcher for a lot of cities. We're looking at even as far away as Cape Coral, Florida, was touching on 80 degrees. If we go back to New Mexico, Carlsbad, New Mexico was touching at 89 degrees on April the 5th. Phoenix, as we said, was 95 degrees, Yuma 99 degrees. And but then you have a contrast here. Yuma, Arizona is only about 140 feet elevation, but then if we take a contrast look at a city such as Aspen, Colorado, which is at 8,000 feet elevation, temperatures were in the upper 30s to low 40s on Monday the 5th. So there's quite a contrast. And as the system actually makes its way across heading east, we do anticipate that the moisture from the Gulf will actually be picked up through the Great Plains into the system, and we'll actually see some turbulent weather here on Wednesday. For the should be a major alert for isolated severe thunderstorms for the area of Missouri, as well as Iowa possibly. But right now we're looking at, for Tuesday, we're looking at severe weather alerts possibly for Minneapolis and St. Paul in Minnesota. And for Wednesday, we're looking at for the area of Kansas. We're looking at severe weather possibly from latter part of Tuesday into mid-Wednesday for the areas of Wichita, Kansas, and also Topeka, Kansas. So as this system makes its way across, it's going to be actually going to be affected by quite a number of different systems. Now here at Bow News Network, we try to look at various models, and this is actually a 24-hour accumulation starting from latter part of the 5th of April through most of the 6th, Tuesday, April 6th, and we can see quite a bit of heavy accumulation of snow as the system makes its way east. And we do see for higher elevations, like as we mentioned, for higher elevations in the area of Wyoming in the northern section of the Great Basin, we do anticipate possibly snowfall in the region of 6 to 12 inches of extra snow in that area. And as it makes its way across, we are taking a closer look at wind shear also, because we do anticipate that a deeper level shear at various levels of the atmosphere from 0 to 6 kilometers. We do anticipate that there will be various levels of wind shear, possibly between 30 knots to 40 knots, and that will probably lessen the likelihood of more severe thunderstorms being formed as the system makes its way across. Also, when we look at severe weather, we also take a look at what's called Cape profiling, but also what's putting a limit on the development of these thunderstorms is also another index called the SIN index, which is convective, has to do with the convective energy going into the system. And we do see various values there along the Great Plains as far as the SIN index, but we are detecting pretty high Cape values along the areas of Kansas, also Missouri. So it remains to be seen what type of severe thunderstorms are actually going to be touching down. If there's going to be a heavy amount of updraft elements into the system as it makes its way across, then there is going to be the potential for hail, golf size hail in the areas of Kansas. And we do anticipate that marginal warnings to slight warnings will be issued by the Weather Service for the areas of Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota for Tuesday, and Wichita and Topeka, Kansas for Wednesday. But as the system makes its way across, this low pressure system will be a little bit centered a little bit more over the area of Nebraska and Kansas and Missouri, and then we will actually see possibility of an influx of Gulf warm, moist air lifting into the Great Plains, which is going to be possibly fuel for isolated severe thunderstorms in this area. We don't anticipate that with this system that it's going to be severe as it was only like 7 or 8 days ago in the southern states, especially along the borders of Alabama and Mississippi. But we do anticipate that there's going to be severe thunderstorm activity north in the area of Missouri, Nebraska, Missouri, Kansas. This area will anticipate additional thunderstorm activity. And then going into the latter part of the week, it remains to be seen as far as what the Cape values are going to be actually looking at, as far as a profiling for additional thunderstorm activity, possibly in the upper Tennessee Valley area and Kentucky as this system makes its way across. So that is actually what we're actually looking at going forward for the next few days, and we're going to be monitoring this system pretty intensively for the next 24 to 48 hours, because we're very interested to know what's actually going to happen once it makes its way into the area of Iowa and Illinois, as far as going forward, also the area of Missouri, and what impact, if any, will have in the areas of Gulf moist air being pulled in, which is going to be turbulent, because then you have a cold core moving into a warm body, and that injection of warm air from the Gulf always is a prescription for very severe thunderstorms as it makes its way into the area. So please go ahead and subscribe to Bound News Network. We will continue to provide updates on this system as it migrates across east along the northern continental United States. We do see severe thunderstorm activity coming up from the National Weather Service for the south area along the border of Louisiana and Mississippi. But our primary concern is going to be this low pressure system as it makes its way across into the Tennessee Valley area, Kentucky, as well as Indiana and Ohio area. And as it makes its way across, we're going to be taking a closer look to see what will actually happen as far as severe thunderstorm activity, possibly an isolated tornado, but we'll have to take a look at our Cape profiling indexes as well as other indicators to see if thunderstorm activity will be possible as it makes its way across. But we are taking a closer look at the areas of Kansas for Wednesday. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share this video if you are interested in weather content, and please share it with friends and family who you think will be affected by this system as it makes its way across the continental United States. And always remember to bow to weather. Have a great day.